Hello everyone and welcome to another tips and tricks video. My name is Dan Lopez and today I want to talk to you about cut list management. In Tekla PowerFab 2024, we released a tool called Cut List Prioritization, which for this video purposes I will call CLP based on the initials, and just so I don't have a hard time pronouncing the word prioritization over and over again. The CLP tool helps companies to organize their part shops by providing a view of all their non-started or in-process cut lists from all their different active jobs. This tool will help you to go completely paperless, and it will help us with our purpose of making PowerFab Go a tool not only for fabricators to update what they are doing in real time, but also as the place where they can see what they should work on next. It's a place where they will go for instructions of what's coming soon for them. Now, when I say completely paperless, it's because I have seen shops that use tablets for everything, no more drawings on the shop floor, but in order to let the people know, the people that are operating the machines to know what they should work on next, they still have a clipboard with the cut list printed and the cut list printed and a stack in the specific order that they want them to process them. So the CLP tool will become your electronic clipboard in that regard. So, it will help them organize your cut list and in the way that they should start processing them. So let's start by talking about the recommended setup. And again, please be aware that my comments here are trying to be general and try to give some guidance and ideas for your shop. There are not just one specific setup that every company should use. It's, just trying to give you some ideas. So if you have very specific questions about your shop, in general, your shop setup, please don't hesitate and reach out to help desk and they will give you some more guidance. Now, this being said, let's go to maintenance, production control, and then workshop maintenance. How to set up this, it will depend on your situation. Like for a small shop, for example, a one location shop, we by default will have a main shop, a main workshop location. So you don't have to worry about creating any of that. You can rename it if you want to. But really, if you are a one location shop, a small one, I will recommend you just to go and create one, two, or three the machines that you want to schedule cut list for. If you are a one shop location or a two shops location, but still have plenty of machinery, I would recommend you to, go and create some machine groups because this will be making it easier for your people in the shop floor to, to filter just for the cut list that they really are interested on. Like as you can see here for this example, I have a machine group called sauce, and I have all the different machines that are part of that group. So if I am a saw operator, I can easily, I'll show you that in a moment, but I can go and filter by my sauce, and then I can see everything that matters to me. I don't have to see all the other possible cut lists that are really designed to be processing a different type of machine. So in that regard, if you have several machinery or more than one workshop location, the machine groups matter to you. Now, for this particular example, you can see here that I have an Atlanta shop location, a Minneapolis shop, and then a subcontractor that really for the purpose of the cut list doesn't play a role. It will play a role in future development, but for now we'll just ignore it as it is. So I have these two shops, and then I have a machine group, and then I have machines. And again, creating a machine is not a complicated process. You go and click new. It's remembering the workshop that I had selected, but you can always change that. Say which machine, which workshop this machine is being located at, the machine name, the description, and then if you want to specify a machine group again, you can do it, but you don't have to. Why is this important? Because remember, you will have all your cutlass in just one place, so it's really relevant how do you want to schedule those cutlass into your shop. So once you went through all the setup, now let's take a look at the actual process of scheduling. Nothing changes really on the way that you are creating cut lists. I mean, if you have information available at the moment of creating it, you can assign more and more, but you don't necessarily have to schedule it at that point. So just to give you a quick example, if I go to this project and create a new cut list, I'm pretty sure I have some material pending here to be created as a cut list. So I'll just put some beams as an example, make my report as I will do it normally, and then when I go and save my cut list, I mean, you will see the same fields as before. You can set up the date required. That's very important for where this will be displayed in the cut list prioritization or CLP. And then the workshop, again, if you are a one shop location, it will be very simple, right? And then you don't necessarily have to assign it to a machine. Actually, for this setup that I have, uh, for this example, I can just go and say this is beam sequence 2. I'll go and say this is required for next week Friday, and this is for Atlanta's shop, and I'm just gonna call it for the sauce, and I will not really assign it to a machine because in this scenario, and my recommendation will be that shops actually assign the machine the moment they are taking it to process these, right? So you have that as a sign that it's as someone is already owning that on the shop floor. So for now, I can just say any saw in my shop in Atlanta shop can take it, and my priority at this point is medium. You can put any notes that you want your operator to see, like I can go and say, please start by processing smaller beam sizes first. Just to have an example in here and save this cut list, and that will be it. It will be showing already there. The other option that you have is, when you go here to your cut list, here it is. I can just click prioritize and then access from here that screen and start doing the same things like assigning a specific date required or a particular machine or machine group, but it's just a different scenario. Again, you don't necessarily have to do this at the moment of creating this example, and that's why I'll really will recommend companies to, when they want to schedule call lists or reorganize the way that their call lists are ordered. You can simply go to production control, and if you are a PowerFab user, you can access that from here from the dashboard cut list management. If you are a legacy user of PowerFab, you can go and do the same thing, but from your website for PowerFab Go. So for this example, I can click in cut list management. Again, if I am the one for this scenario organizing Atlanta shop, I will just filter that out. If I want to organize for this example, again, only the cut list for my sauce, for example, I can go and say, you know what, I actually want to see only at this moment the sauce, and then it will be easier to organize what matters the most to me, right? So it's showing, again, this is the priority. The two lines are just medium priority, low priority, and high priority. Uh, there is the jobs in here there, and they are color coded. You can actually color code by any field that makes sense to you, like if you want to color code by machine, by date required, by or by as many of those. As you can see, we have the little paint bucket. You can check that box and it will be colorizing based on that. If you want to modify more than one cut list at the same time, instead of clicking on the actual uh, little edit button, you will click on the cut list and then you will click on the other one. Well, let me actually do, for example, these two cut lists. I'm gonna push them 2 days. Just as an example, I can go and edit and say the date required for this will be 2 more days, or you can select a specific date, apply that change, and that will just go and move that as the date required. So that's just one way to start seeing what your operators will see in the shop, right? So if I am an operator of a sow in Atlanta shop and I go and filter for my sauce, this is the order of the cut list that I will see, and I know that the necessarily the first one that I need to take is the first one, but that's already assigned to Little Shark. So if I am operating a different machine, I can go and say, well, I'm going to start working with this one. I can click on it and then say, this is actual the operator of the Megalodon machine, apply that, and then I can start processing from there. Now, because I am here on the desktop application, if I click on the cut list, it will just open the normal screen on my office version of PowerFab, right? But if I am an operator doing this, let me actually pull my tablet here into the screen and show you what they will see. So typically, if you remember, they used to when they access to PowerFab Go, they will go and see the projects, right? So they will go and select the project first that they were gonna work on. Not anymore. So we are, as I mentioned, we are trying to make this a more digestible functionality based application. So your guys in the sauce and the plate machines and all of that, they can simply click the cut list here and then they filter like again this will remember their filters, right? So if I am a guy in the Minneapolis shop for this example, I can go and click on my Minneapolis shop, then go here to see the screens. If there is plenty of those, I can filter even further and then go and, for example, do the machine group and say I am actually in the lineal plasma machines, and then it will filter further, and I can see that there is a cut list that it's already in progress and it's overdue. So I might want to evaluate to see if the guys that has this machine, which again, if I want to see that, I can go and display the machine in here, like just expand the details and see that the machine called Astro Boy is processing that. I can go and see if I can help with that. Or there is one, the next one that is not assigned. I can just simply go and take that one and say, yeah, I'm gonna start working on this machine, on this actual cut list. I am processing from this machine. Apply that, and then just start processing. When I click on the cut list from here, I will go access immediately, and I can start processing the material as before, see all the current details and everything that was that they were seeing before. So this is a really easy way for them to use, seeing what matters the most, what's the next priority, and just go and take it and start processing this into their shop or requesting the material in advance before even they finish what they are working on. Hopefully this helps. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact your help desk area. And as always, thank you for watching.